Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and today, before we get into any plant and tree work, I wanted to give you the update on the big armoire or wall locker, whatever you want to call it, that I found on the side of the road. My mail carrier and her boyfriend were moving in together, and luckily for me, they had too much furniture, so he helped me get the piece moved over to the ranch. Laura refinished it in the garage. She used like 4 or 5 different steps. It started as a pale yellow, and I'm not going to put in a picture probably because I just don't feel like doing that. From before, that would take too much work. But if you want to watch my last video, they're the beginning stages of it. So anyways, boom, boom, it got moved into the bedroom yesterday. And thank God it will house the remainder of her clothing because Laura has a lot of clothes. So we had to rearrange a bit. So we've got, it's a painting from, that was basically our view from our villa in Florence last year. And a little map of the United States. Some pictures from our honeymoon in Barcelona with, I don't know, some museum receipts. And then we got the little obstacle course for my Grand Kitty Beanie. Hey, baby. Plant-themed pillows, of course. A few hangers. So a pathos. This is a cardboard palm. It's actually a cycad. It comes from prehistoric times. And a little simple spider plant. If you could see, each plant, cat, that's an old cat wine bottle. All right, might as well tell you about the rest of the artwork while we're here. So here's some old lyrics from a record album from the Beatles that Laura loves. Back in the USSR. I'm so tired. Hey, leave in the comments what album that is, without looking it up on Google. So this is a painting we got in Paris, and this bridge is where we put a lock on to lock in our love. We've done that like all over the place. It's totally annoying. Not for me, Laura, but if I saw or heard of a couple doing that, I'd be like, ugh, you guys are gross and annoying. Anyways, so this is the Golden Gate Bridge. We got this painting up at the top of Coit Tower from a little Japanese dude. And they were only $3, so it's a little watercolor on a very thin piece of paper of the Golden Gate Bridge, so that was cool. Walter. We went there last September for my birthday. This is a painting from the beach on the Dominican. We were walking down the beach from the resort, and this guy I called Money Mike, he hooked me up. And this was our favorite. There were hundreds of them just lined up on the beach. It was pretty cool. Our trip to the Redwoods while we were in San Francisco. That was the Muir Woods. An old Father's Day gift from Fran. A bunch of pictures from us when she wasn't a teenager. And we were besties. This is from the Piazza de Michelangelo in Florence. That's pretty cool. Haven't seen that one. And just some old stuff from Fran and I. This is her when she's maybe 3. Yep, so that's it. All right, so actually we're gonna get into the Lantana, which is a creeping vine and has beautiful yellow and orange flowers, but it's just grown absolutely insanely since I pruned it up as a single trunk. So we're gonna get it back within ramification where I want it, and hopefully it starts to look more like a tree and less like a vine. So that's what's coming up on today's episode of Jarhead Bonsai. All right, y'all, so here we have it. This is my Lantana. And I got this at like a after season kind of clearance employee come and grab it type of deal. So I had a friend who worked at the call center at a nursery, and anytime things were returned, they wouldn't put them back on the shelves, they would just be free. So I really had a lot of benefit from that. And then end of season, I want to say it's almost around now, they would have this great giveaway with all the stuff that wasn't going to make it. They didn't want to maintain it in the greenhouse, yada, yada, yada. And so I got this Lantana because this is what I use as a ground cover in my garden beds when I lived in South Carolina. I really went all out when I owned a home down there. I put in a sprinkler system, 4 different zones, sod, a separate well for watering, a little garden, chicken coop. Like, it was like I had just gotten out of the Marine Corps. I had way too much energy and bad stuff going on, and so I just put it all into my yard. So that was really where like my love of plants and stuff began, was about then. So anyways, I had gotten this to a single trunk before, and it actually looks like it thickened up a ton from all of this growth. It came into bloom in the house, and then in the early spring I put it outside because I knew that if it survived in South Carolina, which if you're not from the United States, I'm in Connecticut, South Carolina is a couple of zones warmer than me. So they're like subtropical conditions. So I knew that it could withstand like extreme heat and the transition. So some of the leaves yellowed up, but we did get a really nice bloom. So I'm just cleaning up right now. I swear the bugs are insane right now. Like if there isn't a spider on me, it's a bee or a tick or a mosquito or a housefly. It's like, oh my gosh. So what we'll do is I'm going to clean this up, and then we'll pick what's going to be the apex, and it'll be the first choice on where we're taking this thing. It's impressive how much it grows in a season. God, it was a cricket. I don't even know why I closed the screen door. It's not like it keeps any bugs out. It's like where there's a will, there's a way. They're coming inside. So this thing actually branches in 2. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it looks good. This would be the dominant, and this would even it out to the side, slightly smaller. So I think I'm going to keep both of those. There's a little growth underneath there. I'm not going to mess with that. I have my established canopy. All right, let's keep removing, then we'll make that big decision. Just taking out a smaller root that's kind of growing over the top of another one. I will repot this probably in fall. Actually, you know what? I'll probably do it in spring, right before it buds out. I may or may not put it in like a bonsai training pot at that point. Right now it's in what used to be like a hanging plant pot. I love these tiny little yellow flowers. Nice cluster. So I like the weeping thing once it fills in, but to bring it back, you know, as a bonsai, I don't want all of that length. So bring it back to the last set of leaves. There's 3 branches here all together. I'll just keep the one. Just take that off. Take that off. And then take this to here. Boom. Pretty much anything extending beyond the pot I'm taking out. This one is growing across, not going to do that. Right, so we broke it down to one main trunk, we have some nice surface roots going on, and then it breaks into two, and then up on the second one it breaks into a third branch. So I think we'll develop it from there. I would love to get it to where it had a nice rounded canopy with tons of yellow bright flowers here with an exposed trunk. So I'll bring you in closer to see that now. Okay, see, I think that's an attractive feature. Starting to look woody and gnarly. Got some cool roots. I may take this one out in the future, but I'm gonna see where it goes because I like big, fat roots just like crawling everywhere and intertwining and stuff. I think that's nice. Some other people think it's like faux pas or they just don't like it, but I think it gives each tree its unique character. So these leaves are pretty cool. We'll see if we can't get another growth leading into the end of summer and fall, and see if we can't get some branching and more ramification before it goes dormant again. So a perennial vine turned bonsai tree. That's gonna do it for this episode of Jarhead Bonsai. It's extremely hot today, so I got off the porch and out of the sun, but I'm definitely gonna have to go swimming. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I hope y'all are staying active, happy, and taking the time to do something for you. Have a great day, y'all. Take care.